Hello, my fabulous first graders. Okay, so today is the last day, I think, for our Nile crocodiles, or crocodiles who live down the Nile. We are going to start with our croc head. Hopefully yours is put together like this and has a little bit of space in it so that you could put your hand in it. So it doesn't matter which side you want to be the top. It could be either side. Does not matter. So I'm going to make this side the top just because you're going to get two of these smaller pieces of green paper. One is going to be the eyes. So let me write that down. One, eyes. And number two is going to be the nostrils. Okay, so there are two things that stick up from a croc's head, especially when it's in the water and hunting. Those are the eyes, so it can see its prey, so it can see what it wants to eat. And also, there is the nose. Does anybody know why the nostrils stick up from the rest of the relatively flat head? Does anybody know why those nostrils stick up out of the head? If you say to breathe while most of the body is underwater, that is the correct answer. The nostrils stick up so that only the nostrils peek out of the water so that the animal isn't alerted that there is a huge crocodile hunting them. So the first thing I'm going to do is the eyes. I'm going to take this piece of paper and I'm going to fold it in half so that I can make both eyes at the same time. So I'm going to take my Sharpie marker and I'm going to start at the edge right here, and I'm kind of making a rainbow shape that almost goes to the top and ends at the edge right there. So I'm making this rainbow arc that takes up most of the paper. It starts in the corner right there and it ends in the corner right there. So I'm going to go ahead and take my scissors and cut both of these pieces out at the same time. So cutting all of this out, cutting all of that out. Now I could also bend the bottom part of this with both of them, or if you can't do that, then you can just bend it one at a time. That's fine too. So I have to bend it so that I can glue it onto the head, and it has to have a part where it connects with the glue to give it a sturdy anchor. So if I didn't do that and I was just gluing the edge, that wouldn't work out. So the eyes go pretty back far on the head like this. The nostrils are going to be way, 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 way up here, but the eyes go way back further right there. You could have the eyes out of the side like this, or you could have them facing forward, whatever you prefer. Crocodiles actually have quite a range of where they can see with their eyeballs because they are outside of their head. Okay, so I have just dipped into my glue. You could see there's not a ton of glue on my finger. I'm going to go across here, and this is not ooey gooey dripping. I'm going to place it where I want my eyes to be. I think I want them right about there. And I'm going to hold that for 20 seconds. You can count to 10 twice, or you can count to 20. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, that's way too fast. I should say 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 7, 5 to 7. Oh my goodness, I need to go back to school. 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi, 9 Mississippi, 10 Mississippi. Actually, I should, instead of saying Mississippi, I should probably say crocodile. Okay, where's my other one? Here's my other one. I still have a little bit of glue on there. I'm going to put it right on that flap. And I'm going to try to put it in the same place on the other side. And then I'm going to say, 1 crocodile, 2 crocodile, 3 crocodile, 4 crocodile, 5 crocodile, 6 crocodile, 7 crocodile, 8 crocodile, 9 crocodile, 10 crocodile. Okay, so this had less glue on it, but it's actually dried and stuck much better than this one, because if you have too much glue, it has a hard time drying so quickly. So now I have those two eyes, and I'm gonna work on the nostrils up here. So I'm gonna take, where's my other piece of paper? Here's my other piece of paper. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna fold it like this, but now these nostrils can be a lot smaller. They don't have to be as big as those eyes. They don't have to start on the corners like this. They could, I think I want mine to be pretty small. They do have to be pretty tall because remember this part right here is going to get folded. So they do have to be pretty tall. They have to go beyond the halfway point for sure. So I'm going to cut that out all at the same time. 2 at a time saves you some time. Okay, so then I'm going to go ahead and fold these so it has that little flap for my glue. And this goes at the end of the snout. So I'm going to take a little tiny bit of glue on my finger, and I'm actually going to wipe some of that off. See how much glue I have? Hardly any. Okay, so now I'm going to put it on there and put it on the very end of the snout and hold it there for 1 crocodile, 2 crocodile, 3 crocodile, 4 crocodile, 5 crocodile, 6 crocodile, 7 crocodile, 8 crocodile, 9 crocodile, 10 crocodile. Okay, so then I'm getting some more glue with my other finger, and I'm doing the same thing. This time I'm going to do it silently, because if you're doing it out loud, you might mess somebody else up. That is trying to do their counting. So okay, so I think that is 10 crocodiles. I don't know what that is. Okay, he's got a little scar. That's fine. All right, so now I have the eyes sticking out. I have the nose sticking out. So now what do I have to do? Now I have to add on the googly eyeballs. So I have a bunch of these googly eyeballs, and I'm going to take a little bit of glue. Boop. Put it on the edge there. Now I'm going to put my googly eyeball somewhere in the middle there. And I'm going to count to 10. Should I count to 20? I don't know. So maybe I'll count to 20. So okay, there's my 20 crocodiles, and that's on there. Now these googly eyes, even when it's dry, tend to fall off. So if yours falls off, it's okay. Sometimes crocs are missing an eye. Sometimes they're in a fight with another croc. Sometimes they're missing legs. Okay, so now I have my 2 eyes, I have my nostrils, and now I'm going to go to the table wherever I have set them out, and I'm going to find my croc body. It should have your name on it right at the bottom right there. So I'm gonna take this to my seat. I'm just gonna set this aside on my desk. You should have enough room to do this next part. So I did the eyes, I did the nostrils. Now I have to do the legs. 3 legs. Now, while you are doing the legs, I'm going to be going around the classroom and trying to attach your body to your head. So if I'm at your station right there, you might have to stop for a second so that I can attach your body to your head. So you are going to get 4 legs because crocs have 4 legs. You are going to put them together, and somewhere on the bottom, you are going to do like a little zigzag. So I'm going to start at this corner, zigzag up, zigzag down, zigzag up, zigzag down. So croc feet, they have these little claws that they use to just grab the earth with when they're moving real fast. So I'm going to cut all 4 of these at once. If it's too hard for you to cut all 4 at once, that's okay. These are little croc toes. So we're making these little tiny croc toes. Gonna cut that out. Set these are to recycle or use later on, or I could glue it on something, I don't know. Then I'm gonna take one at a time and I'm going to do what is called an accordion fold. So let me get a little close up here. Excuse me. Okay, so I'm going to fold this down. This is at the top of the leg. And then I'm going to flip it. And then I'm going to fold it down about the same amount of space. Do you see how this almost lines up with that? And then I'm going to flip it. And then I'm going to fold this down. And then I'm going to flip it and fold it down. Flip, fold it down. Flip, and fold it down. And I think that's the end of that because I want to leave this as the foot. It's a little bigger than the rest of it. So now this opens up like this and my croc can bounce and jump and run. So this is the part where I'm going to attach it to the body. Let me get further out here. Okay. This is the part where I'm going to put some glue. Just a little bit, not a lot. You can't even see that. You shouldn't see white. And then I'm going to attach it right at its shoulder, right here. And I'm going to hold that for like 10 seconds. Oh, that's way too fast. I'm just going to pretend that I held it for 10 seconds. Okay, so after you're done holding that for 10 seconds, you're going to move on to the next one. And you're going to start at the end. That is not the foot. And you're going to fold it towards you. Then flip. Then fold it towards you. Then flip. Then fold it towards you. Then flip. Then fold it towards you. Then flip. Fold it towards you. Then flip. Fold it towards you. And that is the end because I want the toes to be, the foot to be a little bit larger. Okay, so then I'm going to take this flap. Tiny bit of glue. I'm wiping it on the side, wiping the excess on the side. Don't want to see white. Okay. Then I'm going to have this leg come out of the back like so. It can be on an angle. It can come out straight. It can come out however you want it to come out. Then you're going to do the other 2 legs just like that. Once you are done with that and your whole thing has been put together, one thing that you can do is open up your mouth. Now these teeth are just sticking out straight. They're not really 3-dimensional. They're kind of flat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up and then I'm going to bend these teeth so they're more like real teeth that are in the mouth and ready to chomp, ready to grab a hold of somebody or something. Oops, that's too close. So I'm bending these in, bending these in. I'm holding it right here to give it support and bending those in. I don't want to like tear them off. I don't want the glue to just come up and pieces of the paper to come up. I'm holding it here to support it and bending it in. So just like the nostrils and the eyes, it has a little flap that is glued there. and the rest is bent in. And I'm going to do the bottom too, or I should say I'm going to do the bottom as well. And then I will show you how much of a difference that makes. This is only if you have time. If you don't have time to do this, that's fine. It is what it is. Kind of like an extra thing to be able to do. Okay, so now that I have all of those done up, I'm going to put my hand in here and look at that chomp so that can actually grab onto things and pull it in. See how those teeth are set to get this crocodile a little bit of food now. Okay, so that is it. You are going to hand these in. This is not going to go home right away. I have to put them on Artsonia, which is our online gallery. And yeah, and then that takes kind of a while, especially if I don't get to staple everybody's head to everybody's body. It takes a while for me to get it all together and then get it on Artsonia. So you might not get these back this week or next week, but you will eventually get them back. If your Croc's jaws aren't quite coming together, like they're a little off like this, that's fine. That happens in real life. Crocs are goofy. So that makes mine look a little goofy and I kind of dig it. Totally up to you. Or you can like try to bend it back and see if you can do that. But it looks fine. All right, these are going to be your Croc puppets. I hope you have a great time. I hope you get a little time to play with them, but I don't know if you will. So good luck.